Okay, we are going to start with number 2. Find the coordinate increments from A to B. So A is -3, 2. B is -1, -2. So we're trying to find delta x and delta y. So delta y is the change in y, so that's going to be -2 minus 2, which is -4. And delta x, -1 minus -3, so plus. So that's going to be 2.
Oh, that was easy.
Man, this is the first and 1.1.
I like
All right. Let L be the line determined by the points A and B. It says to plot the points and draw the graph. We're not doing that part of it because I trust that you can do that. We're just finding the slope. So A is 1, 2. B is 1, -3. So slope would be what?
-3 minus 2 over 1 minus 2.
So like
-1/0. I said that really well. I think my math's wrong.
Wow.
I was like,
-5.
So what is this?
undefined.
Undefined. Make sure you always write undefined, don't just assume. Don't think it's a sneaky way to get out of not knowing if it's supposed to be 0 or undefined. Alright, write an equation for the vertical line and the horizontal line through the point P. So the point is -1 and then 4/3. So vertical line would be what?
-1.
Yep. And the horizontal line?
4/3.
Easy enough.
Wait, that was the problem.
Yeah. Just had to write a horizontal and vertical line through the given point. All right. Write the point slope equation for the line through the point P with slope M. So the point is -1, 1, and our slope is -1. So what do I put?
What are the instructions?
Point slope form.
1 equal -1.
Wait, what?
So
Point slope form.
what's the
You gotta find the slope first.
Is that
Slope's given to you.
Oh.
Yeah. So it'll be
Y
y
equals-
minus 1 equals. Can I use that type or do I have to put it on? Oh. Equals -1 times x plus 1.
Ringing a bell, Ethan.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure the instructions. So you can leave it like this, or you can simplify it down and get it to y equals mx plus b after that, but you have to start it out in this form. So I would just leave it there.
Oh, okay.
But you're welcome to keep going if you wanted to.
In calculus, would it be better for us, because you said in this textbook it's gonna show point slope form, I like the other way, the notes.
Yeah, so it'll typically, I mean, let me see. Like so the way that they left their answers for these problems was like this. So basically, instead of having y1 over here, they move it over. It really doesn't matter. I mean, that's a step. That would be the next step in solving it if you were going to do it. So I usually just leave it the first way. I just wanted you to be aware that if you're checking your answers, the book is going to do it other ways. So. All right, write the slope-intercept equation for the line with slope M and y-intercept B. So 20, we're given M is equal to 1/3 and B is equal to -1. So what is my equation in slope-intercept form?
Y equals
Y equals 1/3
x
minus 1.
Yep. I hope y'all are liking this so far.
Very much so.
Yeah.
good way to start.
All right, write a general linear equation for the line through the 2 points.
Isn't that just standard?
Yep, standard form. So the points -2, 1, and 2, -2. Any ideas on what we need to do first?
So like
Find slope.
Find slope, which would be what?
It would be -3/4.
Okay, so
Yes.
-2 minus 1 over 2 plus 2. So -3/4. Okay, now what?
No.
Pick a point and solve for
But I want standard form, so what am I ultimately going to instead? Not y equals mx plus b. That's how I'm starting, but then where am I going? What needs to be true about x and y?
Equals slope equals c.
So it'll be x and y is going to be all on the same side of the equation. So which point y'all want?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, so y minus 1 is equal to -3/4 times x plus 2. So y is equal to, and you're going to notice I do a lot of this in one step, -3/4 x minus 3/2 plus, I'm going to do this as 2 over 2, so it makes my life easier. So then I'm adding this 3/4 x over, so it'll be 3/4 x plus y is equal to -1/2. So you can do those all in individual steps, but if you want to do it all in one like I did, that's fine too. Oh, I just want to point something out because the book didn't leave it this way. They went and they multiplied this whole thing by 4 to basically get rid of the fractions. So they ended up with 3x plus 4y is equal to -2, which is fine. It's a way to just eliminate the fractions, and you could do it earlier on in the problem. Like we could have done it up here and multiplied everything by 4. It would be, I mean, I don't care about the fractions. So it doesn't say like, oh, you can't have fractions or something. So if you wanted to leave it, that's fine. But in the book, if your answer doesn't match, again, a lot of times it's that they've done something to make it look prettier. So, and usually I can look at it pretty quickly and tell you if you're right and they've just done something to it or if it's like actually wrong. So questions about those? Point slope, y-intercept, or anything? Okay. All right. 28 is to find the slope, y-intercept, and then it says to graph the line. I think you can all graph lines, so again, we're not going to do the graphing part in this section. But if you feel the need to graph, be my guest. So x plus y equals 2. So what do I need to do so that I can find my slope and y-intercept?
Get X on the opposite side.
Okay, so I'm going to have y is equal to negative x plus 2. Now,
Your slope would be -1, and the y-intercept is 2.
yep. All right, these next ones are to find an equation for the line that is through the point that's given to you and parallel to the line that's given as well as perpendicular to the line that's given. So these ones are going to be a little longer. So 32, we have the point -2, 2, and the line 2x plus y is equal to 4. So what do I need to do to be able to figure out the parallel and perpendicular line? Like, what should I do with the given line?
Change
To what?
The y versus b.
Yep.
yeah. Slope times
So y equals -2x plus 4. So my slope of the original line is what? -2. So I'm going to do the perpendicular one first.
Oh, I remember this.
So my perpendicular slope would be what? 1/2. And I'm obviously using this point -2, 2. So then we would have point slope, so y minus 2 is equal to 1/2 times x plus 2. You can leave it there, or if you want to switch it into slope intercept, you can. But it does not specify. All right, and then what would my parallel slope be? -2. So then y minus 2 is equal to -2 times x plus 2. And again, you can leave it if you are so inclined, or you can change it. Any questions on parallel and perpendicular? All right. Find the value of x or y for which the line through A and B has the given slope. So 38, we're given the point A, which is -8, -2. Point B is x and 2, so we're solving for x, and we're told that the slope is equal to 2. Any ideas how I might go about solving that?
What was the questioning?
I want to solve for this x. I want to see what the other point is that gives us this slope.
Okay.
I guess can you set it
Yeah.
up to set up the given slope on
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 is equal to 2 plus 2 over x plus 8. Now what? Like that? Is that what you wanted me to do?
and then now you
You should be able to solve that equation. You shouldn't have to just decipher.
Well, I know. I kind of
Yeah,
know.
multiply x.
Yeah, yeah.
X,
Yeah. So I'm gonna do 2 times x plus 8 is equal to 4. So 2x plus 16 is equal to 4. Subtract. Is that negative 12? Negative 6. The other thing you could have done here is you can actually just swap these two things because ultimately that's what ends up happening. So we could have just said x plus 8 is equal to 4 over 2. And then obviously that's 2. And then we could have gotten negative 6 that way.
Right.
Just as a slightly less work method. Questions, comments, concerns? Nothing. 1 through 21, every other odd. And then 27, 31, and 37. Y'all know what every other odd means, right? Okay, 1, skip 3, 5. Okay.